in the freezing Arctic waters, surrounded by chunks of floating ice. First mission is immediate. Swim straight up through the icy water and take your first breath. Oh, and you better be quick about it. The surface is about 20 feet away, and you've got lungs screaming for air the moment you're born. Your mom stays close, gently nudging you upward. The first gulp of Arctic air burns your lungs, but you did it. Back underwater, your stomach is already demanding attention. You nudge closer to mom, finding her milk that's thick as cream. Perfect for helping you pack on the blubber, since you'll need it in these frozen waters. But even mealtime isn't simple here. Every few minutes, you have to pause your feast and follow mom to find another breathing hole. When the ice is too thick, she uses her long spiral tusk like a spear, breaking through the frozen ceiling to create a breathing space for both of you. Your eyes are still adjusting to this weird world of light and shadow. That dark shape in the distance, is it just another ice chunk or something hungrier? Oh, you spot it. A massive dark shape gliding through the water. Your tiny heart nearly stops at the sight. An orca, 3 times bigger than your mom and basically the ocean's apex predator. Even at just a few days old, you know that dark shape means death. Mom positions herself between you and the killer whale, her tusk pointed forward like a spear. It's brave, but also hopeless. An orca could easily tear a narwhal apart if it wanted to. But today, luck is on your side. The killer whale, probably having already eaten and not wanting to deal with an angry mom's tusk, slowly turns and disappears into the murky blue. You've just had your first close call, and learned an important lesson. What to do when you see an orca? Attack! Just kidding, you idiot. Stay behind your mom and pray it's not hungry. Just then, more narwhals appear from every direction. It's your pod returning from their hunting trip. Turns out, you're not just surviving with mom, you're part of a bigger family. The water fills with clicks, whistles, and calls as they check if everybody's okay, your pod's own secret language. The next 20 months are all about sticking close to your mom, drinking milk rich enough to make you balloon with blubber, and learning the survival rules of this frozen world. Your days of being a milk-guzzling baby are over. 20 months of mom's premium Arctic cream have turned you into a proper blubbery youngster, ready to start actual narwhal life. But here's the thing about narwhals, you aren't born with that legendary tusk. If you're female, you probably won't ever get one. Only a lucky few do. But being male, at least you have something to look forward to in the future. Right now though, you've got bigger problems than wondering when your face sword will show up. First up, learning to dive deep. And not just deep. We're talking about plunging thousands of feet into pitch black water. Why? Because that's where dinner lives. Your pod is teaching you the art of deep diving. But your first attempts are pretty embarrassing. While the adults disappear into the abyss for 25 minutes at a time, hunting for halibut and cod in the depths, you're barely managing 5 minutes before rushing back up for air. Speaking of air, remember how mom used to break breathing holes for you with her tusk? Well, now you're on your own. Tuskless and trying to figure out where the next air hole might be. You have to learn to find those rare gaps in the ice sheet, or it's game over. But nature didn't leave you completely helpless. You're developing something special. The ability to see in absolute darkness. One day, as you're swimming through the black water, you sense something moving nearby. Not with your eyes, you can barely see your own fins, but somehow you just know it's there. A tasty squid, floating just out of reach. Your first attempts at catching it are about as graceful as a drunk penguin, but eventually, you figure out how to use the sixth sense to track your prey, and after a few attempts, you finally catch it. Tasty. You're getting better at this hunting in darkness thing. After about a year of practice, something starts happening. A tiny bump appears on your upper lip, smooth and shiny. The older narwhals swimming past you give you knowing looks. Your tusk is finally starting to grow, and even though it's barely longer than your flipper right now, you're already practicing your best unicorn pose. One day, while hunting in the depths alone, feeling pretty confident with your baby tusk, you spot a Greenland shark. It's young like you, about your size, probably also on its first solo hunting trips. Your heart races, but something else kicks in too. A desperate need to prove yourself. The shark circles closer, sizing you up. You point your small tusk forward, trying to look intimidating. Though, you probably look more like a kid wielding a plastic sword. The shark lunges, you dodge and swing your tusk, managing to scratch its side. It comes back for another pass, this time grazing your fin. The water fills with both your blood as you spin and dance in this dangerous underwater ballet. Just when you're both exhausted, a deep, powerful clicking sound echoes through the water. An adult narwhal, one of your mom's friends, emerges from the darkness. The shark decides that this party's getting too crowded and disappears into the deep.